Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to VR Revelations. Just a quick video right now. We have breaking news that we have all these rumors that apparently there is a coup being attempted in Russia by the leader of the paramilitary group or private military corporation, the Wagner Group. Of course, the Wagner Group are these Russian soldiers that have been fighting in the war against Ukraine. They have been spearheading a lot of the battles that have taken place the last couple of months, most famously Bakhmut. They were essentially the force that overcame the Ukrainian resistance there in Bakhmut. And of course, their famous leader is Prigozhin. And we know that they pulled out of Bakhmut, and then the regular Russian army came into Bakhmut to take over. And we've seen Prigozhin sort of make all these wild statements criticizing the Russian leadership, Shoigu and Gerasimov, right? These generals. He's criticized their tactics, essentially calling them weak and inept, right? And sort of blaming them for, the state of the war. He seems to think that Russia should be more aggressive and that they should be taking more aggressive actions. And, he's a pretty wild character. He's made some wild comments criticizing those generals, but, he hasn't criticized Vladimir Putin. Of course, if you look into the history of Prigozhin, first he was a chef, like at a restaurant, right? He became a billionaire or millionaire through those restaurants. Putin actually, dined at those restaurants, and then he befriended Prigozhin, and they became good friends. And so he hasn't directly criticized Vladimir Putin, but just recently he was claiming through his Telegram channels and these other sources, of course, him actually making a video saying that, essentially that his soldiers, the Wagner group, were being sabotaged and were even killed by the regular Russian army at the command of essentially Shoigu and Gerasimov. And so he's really upset, and it looks like he said they were going to carry out some sort of protest where apparently himself and the Wagner group were going to march to Russia, which again, makes it sound like it's a military operation. Of course, we're talking about soldiers that are, veterans of war, right? They've been fighting for these last couple of months. And so this almost seems like a, Caesar crossing the Rubicon in the, ancient Roman times when he defied the orders of the government. And of course, after that, the Roman Republic fell and Caesar instituted the Roman Empire, becoming, emperor himself. This sort of gives you that type of imagery, right? Prigozhin upset, marching to Moscow with his troops, but he did say it was just a protest. And so, all the Western media and all these crazy speculation going on Twitter right now are, declaring it a coup, which is absolutely insane, and it's the reason I wanted to make this video. There's absolutely no way that Prigozhin would actually attempt to carry out a serious coup in Russia, like to overthrow Vladimir Putin. Again, he's a friend of Vladimir Putin, and even if Prigozhin did go insane and actually attempted something like that because he feels betrayed, he would get absolutely destroyed. Pretty much the whole of the Russian population is behind Vladimir Putin. Again, there are critics that he should be more aggressive right now, but Russia is being successful. Of course, we just saw the Ukrainian offensive completely get destroyed. They couldn't even get to the first line of defenses. And now we might have a Russian offensive, a counter offensive launched by the Russian military. So again, it does seem that Prigozhin is, sort of a thorn in the side of Vladimir Putin. But because of their relationship, it seems that Vladimir Putin has been hesitant to, directly respond to Prigozhin's statements, and the fact that Prigozhin has, fought for Russia in what has been the bloodiest battle of the war in Bakhmut, and he was victorious. So he does have some merit and honor to him, and you have to respect that. Anybody that fights for their country. And so, but again, this might be going too far. Vladimir Putin might have to step in. I did hear that Russia sort of saw these statements or this march, this protest march, towards Moscow possibly as a threat. And I think somebody said there that they put out a warrant for Prigozhin. But again, there is just no way we're actually going to see like an actual, fight between the Wagner group or a large-scale coup attempt. I mean, they would absolutely get destroyed. So there's no way that's taking place. And all these people, all these, Western propagandists right now speculating about all of this are just trying to essentially cope with what has been a catastrophic failure of the Ukrainian offensive, and what is going to result in a Russian offensive that is probably going to end the war, this year. And so, any chance they get to speculate or make it seem like something big is going on in Russia is just absolutely ridiculous. Even if there was actually to be some sort of civil war through a coup by Prigozhin, Russia would still beat Ukraine, even in the midst of a civil war. That's just how much, how outmatched they are. And even so, trust me, the last thing the Ukrainians and the West would want would be a crazy guy like Prigozhin in power who is literally asking, to go all in against Ukraine. But anyways, Prigozhin is not going to attempt to take out Vladimir Putin. He's not going to attempt an actual government overthrow. I think he's upset. He might genuinely feel betrayed. He might genuinely want to march on Moscow and carry out this protest. But there's absolutely no way that he would make the deadly tactical decision to, try and carry out a coup, right? So yeah, you have all these wild speculations going on Twitter right now. We're probably going to see this for the next couple of days as things calm down. There's a lot of footage out there claiming that Wagner forces, are in Russia and stuff like that, but it's absolutely ridiculous. They would get pummeled by the Russian army. So anyways, guys, I know I haven't made videos as of lately. I had to move to another apartment. Unfortunately, I did end up losing my laptop, so I actually don't have, my equipment to make more videos and things like that with the introduction and edit them. So, if you would like to support me, I do work a regular day job, and so I am paying rent and bills of the like and things like that, as I imagine all of you are. So I'm trying to save up so I can buy another laptop and, make more videos covering all of this. I'm using my Samsung phone for this. But yeah, make sure you give this video a like. Let me know if you're okay with these type of videos here as of now. And if you want to, help me out and buy a laptop, make sure you check out the link down below. You can donate to my PayPal, and I would appreciate that very much. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Remember, the truth is stranger than fiction. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.